Good morning, it's June the 24th, day 11, and welcome back to the Twisting Roads. Just a little after 8 o'clock, I stayed at this B&B hotel in El Bessette, and it wasn't much to speak of. It was in the outskirts, but it was a good place to rest your head. Part of an aqueduct here up on top. I had to stop to put on another layer. Actually, it's 20 degrees, it was down to 19, and you know, for most part I think it would be pleasant temperature, but I had the mesh on and the wind just rushes right through, and when you're doing 95 it gets a little chilly. Never thought I'd have to do it over here in Spain, but it's been cool all morning, and I don't think it's going to get any hotter. It's already 10:15. Alright, so I'm heading into the mountains and one of the national forests here in Spain, and I've got 213 kilometers left to go. Approximate arrival time of about 3 o'clock. Olive orchards as far as the eye can see, and we've got another castle or a fortification up on top of that hill over here. Well, back on the goat paths, but this is slightly wider. Nice. Hopefully it doesn't narrow down too much, but there's a bit of a drop off. So we'll see how far this gets. Well, I had that forest road, which was really lovely, and then I got onto A4301 here, and it's pretty beat up. Lots of potholes and hot asphalt, filling them in, kicking up a lot of gravel. Not very pleasant. Unfortunately, I have another 52 kilometers of this type of road, so it's going to be a bumpy ride. Well, I'm back on the good roads now. Hopefully this is it. So glad to get rid of that crappy road. But the good part of it is that it had a lot of twisties. And maybe about half an hour out from my hotel out in the countryside. We're entering the town of Fatima. Not to be the one confused with the one in Portugal. But anyway. Just thought you'd be interested in that little tidbit. And we're leaving the town of Fatima. I thought I'd stop by here and take a look at this, what I think is an olive tree. There are no olives on it right now, but I think the olives are harvested in late summer, early fall. So I just filled up with gas before arriving, so I have a full tank before taking off tomorrow. And one interesting fact I see is a bit of a trend. Every time I come to a gas station, I get full service in Spain. And I don't know whether it's because they don't trust you or whatever, but they just really like to make sure that you don't take off, I guess. Or is it just something that they like to do? They probably get a sense that riding a motorcycle is more of a higher risk for filling up and dashing off. Anyway, I noticed that once they know that there's a local, they'll let them fill up. But if they don't know you, they're going to fill you up and make sure you don't take off. I noticed the air is quite dry over here, much more dry than it was in places like Barcelona. It's 30 degrees right now, but it doesn't feel the heat as much as it was back in Barcelona. There's a big dam over there. Probably a big body of water behind that. I wonder if I'll be able to see it after. I noticed that they have a lot of irrigation canals to feed the olive groves, so this must be a reservoir of some kind to basically feed all the olive groves. There's the reservoir, and you can see the water is down by quite a bit, probably about 50 feet. Just like Lake Mead. They're probably having a hard time getting that reservoir filled up because of the lack of snow in the mountains. That's where I'm supposed to be going.